There we go. I had to like fix every single piece of this. Oh man, hey, how's it going? Add some more audio back to this sucker. Wow, what a rigmarole. There we go. Alright. Wow, what a rigmarole. Okay, just double checking, making sure it's going. What a mess, man. It wasn't working right. I hate that junk. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Let's get off that. Alright. Hope everybody's doing alright today. Ooh, my mic is like really sensitive right now, I think. Let's put it like to there. Alright. Ooh, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good one. Everything's solid and good. Yeah, sorry for the start there. I had to put everything together on a new streaming thing. Like, I had to redo all my settings, so it's a little scuffed, but here we are. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good. If you don't know me, my name's Lee. Ooh, am I a little out of focus there? A little bit. Oh, hold on. Let's move this too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so how's everybody's Monday going? Hope it's good. My name's Lee, and I'm here doing my workout, my physical therapy workout. I've not been around, especially on this account, for a very long time. It's been quite a while, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of health stuff going on regarding, which I didn't know until December or so, regarding chronic illness called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and another one called dysautonomia. And basically, it's sort of put me out of like my normal capabilities, and it's required me to basically kind of like relearn a lot of stuff, like physically how to move, how to like be. And today's workout is going to kind of demonstrate that. If you are interested, if you have questions or something about all the weird stuff that I'm talking about, or like what I'm doing, what this stuff's about, feel free to ask in the comments. Otherwise, just help me get motivated, support me. Part of the big reason I do this is to help sort of motivate myself to actually do the workouts, because there are days like today where I didn't sleep a lot, and I get up and I'm just like, I really don't want to do this. But I have to do this so I can sort of get my body into a better place and be well more days. So, it's pretty important. I'm supposed to be doing this basically every day, except for maybe one off day. So, excuse me. So today, to get through our workout, we have a couple things. Number one's water. Regular old water, nothing crazy, just water. I have a cool water filter that I fill this up with, and just sit here and keep filling it as needed. And I have to drink a lot of water to keep my blood volume up, so I'll be drinking a lot. Another is liquid IV in a normal water bottle. And liquid IV is a drink supplement. It's like sodium and potassium, almost exclusively. Like there might be something else in there, but for the most part, it's just salt and potassium. About 550 milligrams of salt. It's an electrolyte drink, kind of like a Gatorade, except better, because it doesn't have as much sugar, and it also has a lot of salt, like even way more salt. Obviously, I don't know if to recommend this to people or not. I know for me, it works great because I need the crazy amount of salt that this and other things are giving me. Now I got a little carb snack, just some Skinny Pop. There's literally nothing in this except, popcorn, sunflower oil, and salt. So once I start kind of feeling a little like drained, I'm gonna take a break, pop a few of those popcorns, and then we'll get going. All right. Man, I'm ready. Like I'm actually hyped to do this. Without like accountability, it's a lot harder to do this stuff. But when I get on stream and I get the opportunity that people will see what I'm doing and go, oh crap, it makes me feel like I have to do what I'm supposed to do. So I do. Alright, so what we're going to do is start off with some real easy basic stuff. Basically things that are going to help unlock my muscles a bit and relax them so that I can do these workouts and like tense them up again. And this stuff kind of hurts a bit. Obviously, it can hurt. Not the stuff, this stuff. The stretches and stuff I'm kind of doing right here, not stretches, but this is kind of like pain relief stuff. But also, when it comes to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, there's a big issue when it comes to it where basically your body is too stretchy, and so everything on your body just kind of like hangs off of your upper back, and it ends up pulling all your muscles like down, basically because of gravity. And it really gives you a huge amount of tension. I mean, like, basically like my traps are like rocks almost all the time. And so one of the ways to help alleviate that, we're going to start my traps, upper back, things like that. One of the ways we're going to help alleviate some of the pain from it, but also get ready for the workout, is I'm going to lay down on this towel. This is just like a beach towel rolled up. This is a little head device I can lay on, put my head on, and it's good for the neck. It's just comfortable. It's nothing really special, but it's comfy. And I'm just going to lay on this for a second just to open up the back muscles around the spine. Nothing too crazy, starting off really slow. Sort of like, a normal workout. You should be warming up, you should be stretching, things like that. It's obviously a lot different with EDS. I feel like that music got extra loud. And I apologize. I'll fix it as soon as I get up. Yep, and I could feel this just like the muscles around my spine just kind of just pulling open, which is really nice. Feels good. And that's it. There's nothing to it. And, obviously you should, I can't recommend certain things to you. I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a doctor. But, if you do have certain pain with muscles in your back, consult a doctor. Some of this stuff might help, but don't go off of my word, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't know your case. Okay, next we are going to do a little bit more. So I'm going to be using a few little things here to help open up a lot of the muscles in my traps and around my shoulder blades. Got these little cups. I don't know what they call them. They call them half rubber, I believe. And they're basically just like a little semicircle. And all I'm going to do with them is place them under the muscles I want to put some tension, and just lay on them. And by doing that, it's kind of like a massage, basically. Gravity is doing the massage at that point. It's going to be, I love these. It's really great. And then this is kind of like the warm-up version for me. And after these, I'm going to move on to using a tennis ball, which is actually much more, it's a lot more pressure. But that's a good thing. Okay. Now it's a little hard to reach the traps here, but because they're kind of raised. But I can kind of raise my arms and push my traps down onto it. I do have to be careful how I raise my arms because my shoulder joints will come out of place, basically. And it's uncomfortable, and it's not good for them, clearly. That's one of the problems with EDS, is that because your joints are more stretchy, you have a lot of hypermobility. And that's nice. Like, if you are healthy and there's nothing wrong with you, you could probably use stuff like this pretty safely. Probably. But again, I'm not a medical person. I couldn't tell you for sure. Oh man, that's so good. And it's really good for like back muscles, but you have to make sure you keep it on the muscle as opposed to like a bone. You definitely don't want it on your spine. You don't want it on like the shoulder blades themselves, but the your neck. But the muscles, man, it's so good. And all you gotta do is just lay here, just relax. You know, best part of the workout, right? Now the best part's that feeling when you get done and you're like, man, I did it. Now I usually only start with these as an introduction, and then I move to the tennis ball. So the tennis ball does a lot more, and I can kind of move on it a little easier because it rolls. I can sort of roll it in myself where I want it to go, and really like crunch up those places and help open them up. One real big thing I've been focusing on, you're going to see me focusing on today, is keeping my feet straight. So one of the issues I have is, and this I think common with people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, is it's very common to like tense up a lot of muscles all the time because you don't really know what amount of like muscle use is required, but also you're so used to sort of pulling yourself together all the time without even realizing it that it's very easy to not even realize it, but sort of be like walking around super tense all the time. And the big problem with that is you end up using muscles to do certain things, like normal things, like walking, that you're not supposed to. And so one of the issues I have is I'm not using enough of the outer part of my hamstrings, right here, and maybe the outer part of the quadriceps, but I think it's the hamstrings, to keep my feet straight when I walk. And so I have to force myself to keep my feet straight when I walk, when I sit, when I do stuff. Otherwise what they do is they do this, and they point outward. And I'm kind of like walking weird, and I don't even notice. But that's one thing we'll be focusing on today. Tennis ball time. So now I'm going to put this under one side of muscles that I want to work. Now I'm going to use it like it's somebody's fist, just pushing down in and just doing like this into my muscles. And it's awesome. This is one of my favorite things. It's so good. And you don't have to move around with it on, you know, you can kind of just sit with it on a spot and let it do its work. And if it's not applying enough pressure, you can just, like I'm doing right here, move your arms up. You know, pull your core in so it's not flaring your ribs and stuff, at least on my end. And the rest of me has to be relaxed. And, there we go. I just let this sort of sit under and do its work. That's nice. Here I'm actually going to push myself into it a bit. I don't know if you can tell, I'm actually really tensing my legs and pushing from my heels. There we go. Now I'm going to go down the right side of the spine. Not the spine itself, but the muscles on the right side of it. And I'm using a lot of precision here because I do not want to put it on my spine. So right now, I am working from home, not this second. I have to do my workout. This is really important. And that'll basically be what I do as soon as I can finish this workout. But the workout's really important because if I'm going to get to a place where like I'm more functional more often, I have to get stronger. I have to get my body put back together a bit more. So you may hear, I don't know if they'll come through the mic because I have filters on it. You may hear some really serious like clicks and pops coming from me. And that's because joints and things are, you know, popping, things are moving in and out of place very quickly, things like that. Muscles are very angry because they're doing more work in places they're not supposed to for too long. And so, you know, even when I sleep, it's an issue, especially in my upper back and neck. I'm trying to work on a pillow that will help that a little more, but right now, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the outer part of the trap there. Whew. Oh, all right. Now I'm going to move this to the shoulder blade and finish up there. And then we're going to get started with some real workout stuff. It's going to be a little more stretching, but for me, the next step of stuff we're going to do, the stretching, is actually kind of workout stuff. It's really crazy. For me, it's hard. A lot of the things I'm going to be doing are probably not that hard for other people, but for me, they're real pain in the neck. Sometimes literally. They're, I mean, like I enjoy them, but they're hard. They're tough exercises for me. Those who know me would know that used to this stuff, I would sort of look at this stuff and be like, that's exercise, that's a workout. But I also recognize, even, you know, I used to, that, you know, workouts are relative. It's oh man, that's really tight there. Workouts are relative. It's pretty important that that you're working out for what you need, tailored to what you're doing and what's important to you, but also where your weaknesses are so that your body isn't falling apart and being held together by parts of your body that it's not supposed to. All right. Okay, so I lied. There's actually one more set of easy stretching, though this is a little less easy than those, that I kind of have to do. And this one actually isn't fun at all. What it is, I'm going to take this rubber ball. Nothing special about this, just a red rubber ball, pretty tight. Can't just squeeze it all the way. And I have to put it under in my hip flexor. So what I'm going to do is just lay on this and breathe and try to relax, even though it is digging in very uncomfortably. But it's pretty important to open these up, for me anyway. So, oh, could have done that better. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this side really quick, other side really quick, and then I'm going to do it on the right and left side of the lower abdominals as well. And basically just open these areas up because I'm going to be working with them. And also because a lot of times people are sitting all day and the hip flexors are not getting the work they're supposed to, or the stretch. But for me, it's a double problem. Now I should be using like a pillow or something here, but I'm not, so it is what it is. Okay, gonna switch over. Here it's not as bad, but like on the lower abdominals, it can hurt a bit. Okay, now's the fun part. This is not comfortable. There's nothing comfortable about this next part. And the hardest part to this is just relaxing and letting it push in and breathing, you know. Okay, and we're gonna do the other part as well. Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. Basically, when I breathe out, it relaxes all the muscles and lets it dig in further. All right. Oh, okay. Now we're going to start some of the harder stuff. Still stretching for a moment, but this actually gets a little more difficult because it involves me actually moving and getting into other positions and holding positions while applying certain force with certain muscles. So, and the level of coordination makes this much more difficult for somebody like me with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Okay. I don't like this song. This is a dumb song. Wait a minute, though. It's not like... Hopefully the next one's better. Yeah, it's like I just have on like a huge playlist with like tons of copyright-free music. So whatever comes up, comes up. I don't even, I didn't pick anything. Let me adjust real quick. All right. So we're going to lay on the roller with our pelvis. And just going to do some little stretches. They're not little, but they're it's hard for me. And basically I'm just trying to stretch out the hip flexors here. This side, this side. And that's it. There's nothing too crazy with this. It's just a stretch.
Check it out.
And there it is. It's kind of hard to get. You have to push with your glute. You have to push with the glute of this side. Right in there, it feels like a crazy good stretch. That's nice. All right. I also have to be careful because I could stretch too much, and anybody could do that, but I'm much more prone to it. So I have to be very careful about how much I stretch it. Pull the core in, push this out. With the glute, feel that spot. There we go. It's sort of hard to get. Like as soon as I push out, it doesn't stretch as soon as I push out. It stretches when it stretches. And pull back. All right. Oh, so now that I've completed the stretching part, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to do a combination exercise and stretch that's going to work the hamstrings, a little bit of the quads, but really the hamstrings. Maybe a little bit of the calves, but it's primarily hamstrings. And what it's going to do is be pushing blood back to my head. I'm feeling a little lightheaded after all this movement. And a lot of times it's a blood volume thing for me. So I'm going to drink a little water, raise that, and I'm also going to do this move that's going to push all this back into my head. And then we're going to get back on the roller and do some actual workout for the hip flexors. I'm going to do two workouts for them today. One's, I guess they're both hard, but one's hard because it requires more precision and balance, stability. One's more of a stability workout. And the other one is more of a strength workout. So we'll be doing that in a bit. Put this to the side. And here we go. So basically, legs up. I'm just going to start with one. And I'm going to switch back and forth. Left, right, left. And then I'm going to do both at the same time. At the end of each one, I'm flexing the foot, which puts tension on the calf and helps push blood back to my head and the rest of my body. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4, down. I guess I will stay on one side for a sec. It's what I'm used to doing. 2, 3, 4, down. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. I don't know if you can see my leg absolutely just shaking in there because I'm, it's so much to push there. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 2 more. 1, get a knee pop. 3, 4. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's shaking. Ooh. Take just a moment and I'm going to do both at the same time. Woo! I can definitely feel the blood back to my head. Thinking a lot clearer, not so crazy. Whew, man. Alright, we're gonna do both. One, 2, 3, 4, down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. Oh man. It feels good to get the blood back to my head, but otherwise I'm still like, woo. Yeah, so today's a little bit more of a harsh POTS day. POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And that is a type of dysautonomia, one of the types that I deal with. Between those two volume people. I think that's a little better. I don't want it too loud, you know? Yeah, today's not as good of a POTS day, so it's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's a harsher, a little bit harsher day, so I'm definitely noticing it, but it's not bad. All right, so now we're going to do a stability workout. It's going to help the hip flexors. I'm pulling in the core, which is going to help as well. It's going to help the glutes a little bit. It's all around me. It's really nice, but it's tough to do. It's tough for me to do. Might be tough for anybody to do this one, but maybe not. Maybe other people are just like, that's so simple. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's simple anymore. My whole perspective is just different. Alright, so we're pulling back. We're going to keep one leg back, just like with the stretch. And we're going to be pushing out like this, dragging, as if we're dragging across the floor. And then pull back. 8 on each side. 2. 3. Ooh, nice pop there. I don't know if you guys can hear those pops, but man, they're crazy. 5. 6. 7. 8. Ooh, pop. Okay, we're gonna switch. 1. This left side is the worst for me when it comes to my hip and my lower back, and it's popping and pulling out of place all the time. So it's even more important when I do some of these to help keep everything in place. So there's actually too much popping and clicking on the left side, so I'm going to raise my leg on where I'm doing this, so it's not applying as much pressure back there to make those pop. The popping isn't always bad. There are good pops and bad pops, but too much popping in general just isn't good. Ooh, big pop there. I'll have to put myself next to the microphone sometime and let it those pops are so crazy. It's like right back here. Whew, alright. Finish that. A little drink. And then we're going to start some of the strength. I'm going to move from working the lower body for a second. I'm going to do some bicep curls, also laying down. And then we'll move to, I don't know, either an overhead, sort of like a lat pull down, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. What's that? Let's do these. Okay. So bands are the primary way I work out for strength, stability, any of that kind of stuff, because they help make your exercises closed chain exercises, meaning nothing's hanging out there. But also they're not putting so much pressure on my joints when I work out, and that's pretty important for me. Hope everybody's Monday is awesome. Mine is going well so far. Getting this stuff done. Very happy to be working out and getting this stuff done. Even if it's tough, that's alright. It's a good thing. Tough is good. Okay, So I'm doubling up bands here because I just want more resistance. And if it's too much on my elbow, actually, before I do this, I'm going to brace up because I want to take care of my wrists and my elbows. So hang on a second. One second. I think my braces for this are in another room, so I'll be right back to get those. 1 second. So my closet door's open. Nice. Okay. So I have a couple braces here. These are actually a compression sleeve. It's not so much a brace, but at the same time, it does help brace my elbow a little against some of this. So that's why I'm still considering it a brace. So tomorrow is my main physical therapy day. That's where I go and drive to my physical therapist, or get a ride to my physical therapist, for my beautiful wife, who's amazing. And that's where I actually go and learn stuff and do some of the harder stuff, and they correct things, and sometimes they, like, adjust certain stuff, almost like a chiropractor might, in a different way though, in a little bit different way. Okay, and then we have compression gloves with a wrist brace, and that is really the primary reason I use these, is for the wrist brace. Sorry, that was really bugging me. As you can see, my hypermobility is a huge part of EDS, and there it is. And yeah, I can bend my thumb back there, and sometimes I have to pop it because it's way too uncomfortable the way it is. So it's fine. Yeah. My shoulders are definitely bugging me today. But today they feel like, oh man. Yeah, this whole left side is tight and kind of hurting. But we're going to see what we can do with it. And worst case, like if it's really bad, I'll just stop and I'll skip this. I'm actually going to start on this side first. And because I'm only going to do as much as I can with this side. And if I can't finish with this side, I'll only do that amount on this side, and then we'll stop. Okay. Yeah, everything on this left side is just not happy. Very not happy. All right. Okay. All right. So, using my foot as an anchor, just putting my hand through the loops, use the lowest loop so I can get more tension. And here we go. We're gonna do, oh, that's right, I'm going to do the other side first because it's a little weaker today. A little hurt. Or feels like it's hurting a bit. We're going to do 3 types of curls on each side, if we can. Regular, hammer curls, and then one whose name I never remember, I never look up, so I'll always be saying this. But it's basically like backward, my hands backwards and raising it up like this. And it's does the forearm a little more. And that's probably hard to see from that side. Yeah, I can just like turn. Yeah, look at that. A rubber mat on tile, look at that. I don't even so. There we go. And then I'll push back for the right side, you should be able to see that. I gotta keep my shoulders flat here. I have a tendency to let them kind of push up to help pull more, and that's not ideal. Okay, switching to the hammer curls. Yeah, just turn the hand sideways. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. And now switch to the reverse. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect, all done. So I got the whole series with that arm, so I have to do it with the better one. The one that's not hurting. I have to now. Seven, 8. Hammer curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8, and now reverse. 1. Down here a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, stuff. 7. One more. Pull it out. 8. Nice. Whew. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. I like doing curls. I mean, it just, it reminds me of being back at the gym. You know, when I used to be able to, like, get up at 4:30 and do the watch picture, post it on Insta. And, I don't know, it just reminds me of something more normal. And they're fun, it feels good. I don't know, I like them. I like doing it. That's good. It's a good workout. I might quickly... I think I am going to do the lat pull down. Let's get set up for that. And I'm just going to move the camera real quick so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I have to go to this end My desk is an anchor point turret. I have to knock over everything I have here. Oh, hi, hello. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now you're not going to see the anchor point itself, but we'll see what I'm doing. So basically what I'm doing is an overhead pull down, and it's going to be like my arms over my head. I'm going to be pulling down like this, and it's using your upper back and your lats. And I want to make sure I'm centered with this, because I don't want to overdo one side or anything. Yeah, for those people out there who are struggling, who have a chronic illness or whatever, or any problem, anything, or not, even if you're just a normal person, if you're struggling with anything, which everybody is struggling with something in life. Life is struggle. It's part of it. For anybody who is struggling, you need to be exercising. And if you're in a state like I was, which I'm not in a great state now, but it's better than it was. If you're not in a great state, you need to then seek professional help on how to do it, because the benefits, it's just too big. It's too important. Okay, we're going to do 10 pull downs. We do a test real quick so you can see the tension. Pretty easy, actually. Let me push higher and see if these may not stretch that much. So I might not be able to do, yeah, see, it's putting so much tension because it's stretching so close. I will pull the desk out before I can pull this all the way down. So I'm sort of stuck doing it this way, unfortunately. But it'll be an easy workout. I'll take it. It's fine. I at least want to get the movement done. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably should have combined with the red, but it's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna hold it. Nice. Yeah, a little easier, but it's alright. I'll have to find ways to put more tension on that. Not bad, not bad. Alright, I'm gonna push the camera back up a little bit. I'm not that short. I'm short, but I ain't that short. Hey. You don't see my junk up there. Okay. Not bad. Let me get a little extra water here. Yeah, I know what it feels like to want to just sort of give up and not push through this stuff. But, you know, there's people who are sort of like counting on me to do my best, you know? And I don't want to let anybody down. And also, I don't want to let myself down. Like I don't know, I can't afford to. So I just drive on and keep going. and push myself as much as I can. I've been able to work a little bit more, which is good. Not much, but more than I was. I was able to break 10 hours a week last week, barely, but I did it. So that's a kind of a big deal for me. So hopefully we can keep doing that, and that'll be good. Okay, the next exercise that I'm gonna do is, use that in a second. I'm gonna work out the hip flexors, and it's gonna be like a wall exercise. Basically, put my feet against the wall with a tight band around my ankles, pull back with the leg, and work that hip flexor, and then do the other one. Before I do that, quick restroom break, and I'll come back. Be right back. Hello. Oh, that's right. Hello. Okay. So, unfortunately, my back will be to you when I do this. Sort of, like I'm laying down. But it's alright. It's just about finding where I can make this stuff work, unfortunately. But that's not a big deal. I mean, you don't need like a bunch of fancy equipment to do this stuff. This stuff was all cheap. The towel's a towel, but everything else combined, which I bought over a few months, maybe $50, maybe a little more, for all this plus that, probably a little more than 50. But again, over a few months' time, we paid for it. Okay, let's keep going. So, like I said, just taking a band. Just a band like this. Nothing too crazy. It is tight, but not too tight. I have some that are too tight. And I can't use those. I have to use this one. Because I can still stretch this one. So we're going 90 degrees to the wall, bending the knees. Okay, I think I got that right. If not, you'll see it like come off my feet. And then this will get really silly quickly. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Keep it shoulder width, I think. Shoulder width apart. Start those over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I've been kind of doing it wrong. You really have to pull from your waist on this one. It's not a leg workout. There we go. Now I'm feeling it in the right spot. I've got to do a little extra just to make up for it because I wasn't getting the waist. Now I'm going to hold and let go. Oh man. Yeah, I worked the leg a little too much there. I didn't want to, I didn't mean to, but I did. It's fine. We're going to move on. I need to pull that farther. What I'm finding is I can only pull it to a certain spot with my waist, and then my legs starts, my quadriceps start taking over. So I'm only going to pull it until my waist can't pull it anymore, and then I'm going to let it go back. Reason for that is this isn't a quadricep workout. So if my quadricep starts taking over, that means I'm pushing past what my waist can do and my hip flexor can do anyway. And so I just need to go to where it's actually working and then stop. And eventually it'll be able to do more of the work. And I can push further later. Last one. It's very important that I'm going to do a little more on this side because I didn't get the waist that much. It's very important in any kind of working out that you develop a certain awareness. You develop a certain awareness for your muscles and your joints and how you're moving. It's pretty important because it's very easy to go through motions you see people do, and like, oh, this is what you do for this exercise. But then the problem is, it's not as important that you just go through motions. Oh, that was actually ended up being a great one at the end. It's way more important that what you're doing is getting the motion correct, applying the right amount of force with the correct muscles through the correct range of motion. All of that is more important than anything else. Because, you know, I can slug those out with my legs, but I don't need that quadricep workout. Actually, I do. But before that, I need the hip flexors to be better. And so it's really important to only work those muscles past what they can do. Like, imagine a bicep curl, right? If you do a bicep curl up to a certain point, and like you can't curl it anymore with your bicep, so what you do is you start to lift your shoulder. You're not getting the workout here when you lift your shoulder. You're getting the workout here and here in a way that's not necessarily good or intended. Maybe you're not even in the right position for it. You have the potential to hurt yourself. You have the potential, you're not getting the workout you think. And so it'd be better to just go to where you can and just let it go. So that's kind of what was going on there. Oh, I am so dehydrated today. I might turn down the AC real quick. Let me turn down the AC. Be right back. Oh man. Alright. So the next exercise is also going to be a wall exercise. And it's going to be one. The movement's going to be kind of like a hammer curl. But it's from the scapula. Real quick, I'm going to pop a little bit of carbohydrates here. Mute so you don't have to hear me open this bag. Yeah, I don't like eating like on stream in front of people or in front of people generally, but I just need to get a little bit going. And I mean, basically all I've done today is get up, do my morning routine with medicine and getting everything going, and then go right into this. So I haven't, I've eaten quickly, but I haven't had time to eat more, which I need to do. Just a little boost. Little boost. Alright. Whew. Okay, so now we're going to do an upper back exercise. It's going to be a little tough. This is a new one for me. Not the first time I've done it, but it's a new one in my routine that I learned last time I was at my appointment. And I think we're learning some new stuff tomorrow too, which is going to be cool. So we're wrapping around, which is I have another exercise that does like this too, but not against the wall like this. All right. Okay. I'm going to go for 8 on each side. Actually, it's supposed to be like this, I believe. There we go. I'm actually going to stay to one side. That's kind of weird to switch back and forth, and I'll lose count. 3. 4. 5. Gotta make sure to keep my arms straight. 6. 7. 8. 9. Oh, I'm going for 10, I guess. 10. Yeah, this is all rotation on the upper scapula. 2. 3. It's harder for me to do it on this side. I have to really focus. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Whew. 10. Whew, man. Tough. But I did it. That's the key. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I gotta get up from here, which is a little harder than it looks. Trying to be careful with my joints and stuff. It's difficult to just move from a position like that without, hurting myself or using something I shouldn't. Not bad. That exercise is actually really tough because with my arms up like that, all the blood instantly is just leaving my arms. The compression sleeve definitely helps in that case. Like not 100%, but it slows down how fast I lose blood from my arms. Like and that's important because they'd basically be numb and useless if I wasn't getting blood to them. Whew, it's been a good Monday, man. This is actually really good. I'm glad I was able to get this stuff done. So I have more exercises I can do. Actually, I'll do one more. I'll do an abdominal one on the roller. I have other exercises other than that I can do. They're a bit easier, but these are the harder ones. And it's good. This has been a good workout. The new stuff is a lot harder than some of the old stuff that I still have that I can do. So I don't always feel like I have to do all of it. And if I do, I might not be able to do other things I need to do in the day, like work, get my work done. So yeah, listen, if you're the sort of person who's struggling, you're having problems, and you're not exercising, you need to get an exercise program. Because human beings are not meant to be sedentary. We're not creatures who are meant to sit still. Our body is a machine that requires movement and strength and flexibility to an extent to function properly. If you're not getting that, you're hurting all of it, and you're letting your machine die, basically. Alright, so what we're going to do is lay on this roller long ways with it. It can be a little annoying on the muscles on my spine, but it's not long enough that I can't handle it. And so what we're going to do is lay on this and balance ourselves on it, only with our abdominal muscles, so that it's an abdominal workout to stay on it. I'm going to keep my feet close to it. And I'm going to keep them a little bit apart, but not too far. Too far and it's too easy, too close and I'll just fall over and I can't do it. You are allowed to laugh if I fall off of this thing, because it happens. Just trying to be careful here. Used to, I would have just plopped on this thing, stupidly, not knowing any better. But now I know, I have a lot of limits that I need to be careful with. Twenty more seconds. 10 more seconds. All right, quick break, and then we'll do one more of those. Yeah, this is a tough one, and you can make it as hard or as easy as you need to, but, I try to straddle that line and push the potential, you know what I mean, in everything, but especially these, you have to. Time we go. Yeah, after this, I'm going to have to quickly get off, unfortunately, but then, I'll be working and working out, so, or excuse me, I'll be working. I'll be doing my my remote work. Hopefully I can get a few hours in today without crashing out. Okay, here we go. And starting. Ten seconds. Ooh, barely hung on at the end there. I almost fell off. You're not supposed to use your legs to balance. Obviously, that defeats the purpose. But if I'm gonna fall off, like I will let this leg, like hold on a little more. Ooh. Oh man, we did it. That is tough. So yeah, if you saw my workouts before or knew anything, this would seem really crazy. Because compared to what I was doing, this is really light. This is like little stuff. And compared to what you might normally see in the gym or what you might do in the gym, this is like nothing. But for me, this is very hard. Especially when I have to motivate myself. It's different when I go to physical therapy and I'm with the therapist and we're working together. I'm working with somebody and there's accountability and I'm learning. When it's just me here, it's a lot tougher. I'd say at least 2 times as hard, maybe 3. But it's definitely good to be here, be accountable. It's definitely helped a lot. I've gotten through my workout where I really didn't want to do it today. So, appreciate all the support. Appreciate everybody always being there for me, helping me out. All the encouragement, the prayers, all really big. I really appreciate all of it. Anyway, I'm going to get off. Thanks, everybody. Mwah. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be well. Take care of yourselves. If you ever need something, holler at your boy. Happy to talk to you. Happy to do what I can with the limited, ability I have. Take care. Bye. Bye.